Welcome to Shambhala, a meeting place of peace and harmony for all beings, animal and human. Wild exotic felines born in the United States are sold and brought into homes to serve as pets, as well as forced to perform in circuses where they suffer from brutal teaching methods and confinement. They are stared at roadside zoos, photographed in malls with unsuspecting customers who trust the photographer's knowledge of a wild creature. They are sold to canned hunts to bring in the highest price from a hunter who will walk away with a guaranteed trophy. Drug lords keep lions and tigers on their compounds to protect their drug stashes. The effects of the brutality these animals suffer due to human desire to control the beast bring multiple problems through dominance and ignorance. The Shambhala Preserve exists solely to rescue and give sanctuary to these animals for the duration of their lives. It is supported by the 501c3 nonprofit organization, the Roar Foundation, which I founded in 1983. Today, I sit as president and director emeritus. Since 1971, I've been dealing with and learning about the great cats, and continue to be appalled by the fact that no one has been actively concerned about these animals being purchased as pets. They are apex predators, top of the food chain, one of the 8 most dangerous animals in the world. The number of mauling incidents and deaths caused by these predators is horrifying. What makes a pet or a working animal out of these deadly animals? Why aren't there solid federal laws to prevent this danger? There is nothing we can give the wild animal in captivity that they need, whether it's a little squirrel in your backyard or a Siberian tiger. We at the Shambhala Preserve and the Roar Foundation are not satisfied with putting a Band-Aid on this huge problem. We are trying desperately to get a bill passed, unilaterally across the United States, to stop the insanity of breeding these animals to be sold as pets or for financial gain. The trend is manifested in the history of the animals at the Shambhala Preserve. For example, Mona and Zoe tigers were rescued from a facility that was closed down by California Fish and Game. They were found as cubs under the age of 2 weeks, along with 15 others hidden by the owner in air conditioning ducts. We took in 8 of the animals out of the 80+ who were in need of sanctuary. They had been starved except for roadkill and lived in squalor. Boo, a black leopard cub purchased in Texas for $6,000, had been confined by a Newport Beach couple to a closet because he had been chewing his wife's Jimmy Choo's shoes and scratching her satin sofas. Every day the husband would roughhouse with him, wearing shoulder-length welding gloves, thus teaching him, that's how you treat humans. Leo Lion was found living in a basement in Branson, Missouri. And these are just a few of hundreds of victimized animals that have and are now living out their lives at the Shambhala Preserve. In 2003, I co-authored a federal bill which I brought to my U.S. Congressman Buck McKeon. It was titled the Captive Wildlife Safety Act. This bill stops the interstate trafficking of big cats to be sold as pets or for financial gain. When I testified before the committee, I recounted approximately 18 of the maulings and killings perpetrated against adults and children, illustrating this insanity could only be stopped by Congress with a unilateral bill effective across the United States. It passed unanimously in the House and Senate and was signed into law by President Bush on December 19, 2003. In researching its efficacy 6 months ago, we found it is working. Sanctuaries all over the United States have stated there is a marked decrease in the number of big cats in need of sanctuary. But even with this optimistic fact, the failing economy has been the cause of many facilities having to close down, leaving huge numbers of exotic felines homeless. Founded in 1998, the American Sanctuary Association, of which I was appointed president in the year 2000, has two primary programs. First, it is an accrediting organization that requires member animal sanctuaries to comply with a variety of high-quality animal care standards and housing requirements. Secondly, ASA is actively working every single day to find sanctuary placement for a multitude of homeless, abandoned, seized, and abused exotic animals and non-releasable native wild animals. To be qualified as a sanctuary, there can be no breeding, no buying, no selling, no commercial use, and in addition, all sanctuaries must be located outside the city limits, must provide adequate veterinary care, must have proper permitting and licensing, and finally, there must be a financial program in place so that in case of an emergency, the facility doesn't become part of the problem. Many facilities exist that claim to perpetuate breeding to preserve the species. However, in many instances, this is merely a ruse for dealers to indiscriminately breed, such as with the Sumatran tiger, to the Bengal tiger, to the Siberian tiger, to meet the demand of the ever-expanding market of exotic feline pets. The breeders want those cubs to sell. These animals are called mutts by the American Zoological Association, the AZA. These sentient beings are among the most revered, sought after, hunted, and persecuted in the wild animal community. They have a great capacity for love, a sense of humor, and dictates of dominancy and possessiveness which can, in an instant, hurt you very badly or even kill you. And at the same time, they can be endlessly fascinating, charming, and of course beautiful beyond belief. These qualities make them such a desired commodity that it makes the exotic animal trade so huge it is ranked on a par with illegal drugs, according to the United States Department of Fish and Wildlife. These majestic, thinking, feeling beings are born in captivity to be imprisoned for life, for doing absolutely nothing wrong. Shambhala is known to be one of the most credible sanctuaries in the United States. The staff, many of whom have been with me since 1975, are knowledgeable in every phase of caring for these volatile animals.
Let's pull him back.
You see a uniform health in the wild ones of Shambhala that is beautiful. Since 1971, we have established relationships with top veterinarians in the field to provide Shambhala with the best medical care. Mental health, as well as physical health, is vital to the contentment of these volatile beings in captivity. There is no other option. Due to the fact that they have already formed relationships with humans, if released into the wild, they would be seen as a danger and most likely be killed. Also, they have not been taught by natural parenting how to provide for themselves outside of captivity. Because of this, they cannot successfully be released into the wild, dictating that it is of prime importance for us to give them the best emotional and physical existence possible in captivity. To help maintain this high standard, even though they must be confined to captivity, the Shambhala animals live in large areas, some over 1 acre. We often rotate the animals throughout the preserve to give them a different tree to climb, a different body of water in which to play, different neighbors, and a general change of scenery. They are moved from one area to another by a system of corridors utilizing fences and swinging gates that span the length of the preserve. This method provides maximum safety for them and for us. Our evacuation plan that was developed for any circumstance, including earthquake, fire, or flood, is respected by the Los Angeles Fire Department and the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. It is vitally important to get the new bill I co-authored in 2007 passed, a federal bill to ban the breeding of the exotic feline for personal possession, to stop the insanity of these magnificent but inherently dangerous felines being bred in captivity to live in cages or worse. The bill is in jeopardy because of a big business, a special interest group, the traditional circus. They want these animals to breed because they have a huge potential for massive commercial exploitation to obtain vast profits. I made a pledge over 30 years ago to these unfortunate animals that I would do everything in my power to help them and to be a voice for them. It is our goal at the Roar Foundation that within 20 years, which is the life expectancy of the exotic feline in captivity, that there will be no need for big cat sanctuaries. Please help me help them with a pledge to the Roar Foundation. I can't do all of this without your support. Our budget is $75,000 every month to keep the wild ones at the Shambhala Preserve safe. The costs go up and our economy goes down. Please know that none of your donation goes to me personally or as president or director emeritus of the Roar Foundation. I never have and never will. More than 10 years ago, I donated the land on which the animals reside to the Roar Foundation, so they will always be safe. All of your donations go directly to fund the excellent care of the wild ones of Shambhala. The animals need your help. The Roar Foundation needs your help. I need your help. I love these animals more than my next breath. They're not pets, and they should not be born to be held in captivity. Please help me on this mission. Thank you so much.